Alright, when last we left off, we landed at 39er November Princeton Airport in New Jersey, stopped at the FBO, and got refueled. Now head back to the Baron. With the latest update, you can step right up onto the step here, walk along the wing, open up the door, and crawl in just like in real life. Fantastic. So hop into the pilot seat. Let's get that door closed and latched. And we're running with a different livery than the last time. Just to check them all out, this one also looks fantastic. The texturing is just first rate. Open up the window and start the before start checklist. Pre-flight inspection is complete, control locks are removed, seatbelts, cabin doors secured, parking brake is set. Our emergency gear handle, a little bit hard to see here with head tracking, but it's behind the seat there. You'll see it sticking out. That looks good, that is stowed. Our avionics breakers are all in, flaps are up, avionics are off, throttles are closed, prop high RPM mixture will bring up to full rich. Head down to the cowl flaps, open up the left and the right cowl flap. Check that the trims are centered, they are, landing gear is down, sub-panel switches off, main breakers in, alt static air normal. We'll test the carbon monoxide detector over to the right here. That looks good. Fuel selectors in the center, rotate them through each position and then back to on. Sounds like Ray just started up his Cirrus. That's really loud with the window open. Ray's a bit of a hazard and I'm glad he's headed up before me, and he better not clip my wing. Oh, that was close. Alright, that guy's something else. Now, let's see, where were we on the checklist? We were at the beacon. So next, we'll get the beacon on. Right down here. There we go. Battery master on. We'll check the bus volts, 23 volts minimum, and let's close that. That is so loud. Alright, bus volts, that's down here. That looks good. Annunciators, we'll press the test light. They all illuminate. Next we'll get the left and the right alternator on. Check the main fuel quantities. We've got full fuel tanks, perfect. Get the left and the right boost pump each too low for a few seconds to make sure they're audible, and turn them back off. Now we're ready for our engine start. So we'll go right throttle to full, right boost pump to high. Check our fuel flow is at least 3 gallons per hour. Boost pump back off. We'll crack the throttle, open up the window, clear prop. Feet on the brakes, and we will crank over the right starter. Alright, we got engine start, check the oil pressure. Oil pressure is good, annunciators look good, low voltage looks good, bus volts are good, engine instruments are good. Left throttle to full, left boost pump to high, left boost pump off. Crack the left throttle and turn over the left starter. Alright. Oil pressure looks good, bus volts look good, annunciators look good. Good engine start. We can adjust our RPMs for 1,000. Lean our mixture for ground operations. Turn on the avionics and switch over to my real life headset. Avionics are on, how do you hear? Alright, we can get on our taxi and landing lights. Head over here, close up that window. For today we're going old school with GPS, and I've installed the Bendix King KLN-90B. You need to download that from GitHub, but then you can enable it from the pattern. So we'll let it go through its self-test. We can get all of today's frequencies from the VFR sectionals. So for the weather, we'll go to the nearest Delta field, which is Trenton.
Trenton Mercer Airport, information Oscar. 1953 Zulu. Arriving and departing runways 3424. Wind 290 at 7. Visibility 10. Sky conditions, view at 5500 feet.
We need to manually enter the altimeter into the GPS to calibrate its altitude.
Altimeter 297A. Density altitude 800 feet. Advise on initial contact you have information Oscar.
I plan on picking up flight following from Philly approach, so we'll set up 123.8 on standby.
Princeton traffic, November 9er 5407. Departing runway 10. Princeton.
The windsock says runway 28, but traffic injection selected runway 10. That's a bug, we'll have to watch out for it. Princeton traffic, Baron 585 Romeo Sierra, taxi from the ramp to runway 28, Princeton. This is a wonderful freeware airport. Check out the video details if you'd like to download it. You can see the windsock pointing to the right, that's runway 28, even though traffic is using runway 10. So we're going to wait till the runway is clear and then try to get in and get out before anybody else takes the runway. There's our departing traffic. So we're going to hang right here and head to the hold short for 28. We'll do our run up. Alright, flight controls, elevator up, elevator down, left rudder, right aileron, left aileron. Bring our mixture to full rich, bring our throttle to 1,700. Do our mag checks. Princeton traffic, Baron 585 Romeo Sierra, departing runway 28, departing straight out, climbing to 4,500 Princeton. Alright, looks clear, so we are going to get out of here before anybody else comes in the opposite direction. We've got some weather to deal with today. You can see we've got some clouds in the sky, and there is some rain to the south of our flight path, so we will be monitoring for that as we fly. Probably the biggest concern is that we end up stuck underneath a cloud ceiling and trapped between terrain and clouds. In that case, we'll need to divert. But for now, at least the forecast looks like it's going to work for today's trip. We've got our gear up, and we're ready for some autopilot help, so we'll turn on the autopilot. Now we're level at 4,500. We can close our cowl flaps.
Departure, let's transition to Bravo airspace down to the Bravo.
Turn off our landing lights. Switch over to Philadelphia approach and put in our flight following request. Philadelphia approach, Baron 585 Romeo Sierra, VFR request.
Baron 5 Romeo Sierra, go ahead with your request.
Baron 585 Romeo Sierra is type BE58 slant golf 10 miles south, Alpha Romeo Delta at 4,500. We'd like flight following, destination Mifflin County, Romeo Victor Lima at 4,500.
Baron 5 Romeo Sierra, squawk 1445 and ident.
1445 and ident, Baron 5 Romeo Sierra. Alright, 1445, ident.
Baron 5 Romeo Sierra, radar contact. 3 south of the landing airport at 4500 feet. Flemington altimeter 2974. Delta 4195, climb and maintain flight level 320.
Up to 320, Delta 4195.
Position checks 2974, Baron 5 Romeo Sierra.
Baron 5 Romeo Sierra, transition through the Allentown Bethlehem Easton Class Charlie airspace is approved. Altitudes at your discretion. Remain this frequency.
Allentown Class Charlie transition approved. Altitudes my discretion. Stay with you, Baron 5 Romeo Sierra. Nice that they gave that to us at 4,500. We'd be 100 above the 4,400 upper shelf, but nice to have the option.
Current departure, Skyhawk 172 Delta Bravo at 3,000, just east of Trenton Mercer Airport, requesting flight following, GeForce to 17 November.
Baron 5 Romeo Sierra, contact Allentown approach on 119.65.
Over to 119.65, Baron 5 Romeo Sierra. Allentown departure, Baron 585 Romeo Sierra, 4,500, direct Romeo Victor Lima.
Baron 585 Romeo Sierra, Allentown departure, good afternoon, Quakertown, altimeter 2980.
2980, Baron 5 Romeo Sierra.
Allentown approach, November 437 Kilo Papa is short of runway 25 at Sky Manor Airport. Looking for IFR clearance to Teterboro.
departure, Piedmont 5916, 2000 for 4000.
We'll report established from Pan F24, 0 Papa Charlie.
It's 45 degrees in here, so let's turn on the heater and the cabin air.
Piedmont 5916, climb and maintain 17,000.
Radar vectors to FJC, Dennis 5, climb maintain 3,000, expect 3,500. Departure on 124.45, squawk 3772, 00 Bravo, thank you, sir.
There's some of those rain showers we saw in the forecast. We'll probably fly through one or two.
Over to New York Center on 133.15 on November 54 Whiskey Hotel.
Baron 585 Romeo Sierra, Allentown departure, contact Harrisburg approach on 125.15.
Over to 125.15, Baron 5 Romeo Sierra. Harrisburg departure, Baron 585 Romeo Sierra, 4,500.
Baron 585 Romeo Sierra, Harrisburg departure. Good afternoon, Hamburg altimeter 2977.
2977, 5 Romeo Sierra.
Harrisburg departure, Duke 181 Bravo Delta, climbing flight level 200. Climb maintain flight level 320, Delta 5893 of it.
November 13872, contact New York Center on 125.325.
Most of the weather is off to our south, and we should be able to verify that on the weather radar. So you can see it off to the left-hand side, looking pretty good. Checking the outside air temperature to make sure we're not at risk of picking up any ice.
Baron 585 Romeo Sierra, Harrisburg departure. Contact Harrisburg approach on 118.25.
Over to approach on 118.25, Baron 5 Romeo Sierra. Harrisburg approach, Baron 585 Romeo Sierra, 4,500.
Baron 585 Romeo Sierra, Harrisburg approach. Good afternoon, Dalmatia altimeter 2977.
2977, Baron 5 Romeo Sierra.
Sky conditions, broken
So
at
6564, departure extension to 19er.
16.
Alright, we're just about at our top of descent. And from playing around with the GPS, I discovered it's a lot like a regular Garmin, so we can toggle it to a very familiar screen. So we'll get our landing lights on, taxi light on.
Requesting IFR clearance to Greater Cumberland Regional Airport.
I am working on that clearance. Stand by. Baron 585 Romeo Sierra, Harrisburg approach Mifflin Airport at your 12 o'clock, 13 miles. Change to advisory frequency approved. Radar services terminated. Squawk VFR, take care.
Frequency change approved, Squawk VFR, thanks for the help, Baron 585 Romeo Sierra. Wow, Sea Intentions was right on and completely agreed with me with top of descent. Start our descent, prop forward, mixture full rich, reduce power. Mifflin County traffic, Baron 585 Romeo Sierra, 10 miles east at 3,800, inbound for full stop, Mifflin.
Mifflin traffic, November 691 Delta, Mike departing runway 24, Mifflin.
Okay, 24 is in use based on the traffic CTAF call, and that does match up with the wind from the forecast, but we'll verify it here by overflying midfield and checking the windsock. Looks good, runway 24.
Mifflin traffic, Beechcraft 10 Alpha taxiing to runway 24, Mifflin.
Alright, we got a bit of maneuvering here to stay clear of the terrain and get ourselves on to the downwind. Mifflin traffic, Baron 585 Romeo Sierra, left downwind, runway 24, full stop, Mifflin. Alright, power back. First notch of flaps. Mifflin traffic, Baron 5 Romeo Sierra, left base, runway 24, full stop, Mifflin. Mifflin traffic, Baron 5 Romeo Sierra, final runway 24, full stop, Mifflin.
2 Charlie Lima departing runway 24, Mifflin.
This marshaller to my left looks overconfident in my taxiing skills, but challenge accepted. Let's not clip the sign. Don't clip the sign with the wing. Don't clip the sign. Don't break anything. Tight turn coming up on my right. We can do it. Let's not puree the marshaller with the prop. Okay, I think we pulled it off. Lining up. A little bit closer. Alright. Let's get everything shut down and we'll do the debrief, and let's log the hops. We've got 2 of them, 1 for each engine. So the Baron is my new favorite toy, if you couldn't tell. And also, I love running with live weather. Absolutely do it if you can. It is the closest thing to reality. Microsoft Flight Simulator does such a good job with weather changing throughout the flight. So I hope you enjoy realistic general aviation content like this. If you do, click that like button, leave me a comment, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks as always for flying along with me, and stay tuned for further flight adventures.